My name is Curtis Floyd, and this is Citizens Academy.
My name is Lillian Russell, and this is the Citizens Academy.
My name is Robert Barnes, and this is the Citizens of Academy.
Sergeant Walt Duncan, and this is the Citizens Academy.
My name is Catherine, and I went to the City of Oak Park's Academy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Gold. I'm the chairman of the Communications Commission, and this is the Citizens Academy.
I'm Detective Robert Cook, and this is the Oak Park Citizens Academy. And we have specialists in their fields here on the specific days teaching them. We have firearms instructors and tactical people here on the Firearms Training Simulator day. We have crime scene investigators here on that day. We have the fire marshal here on the day with the fire trucks. We have our actual district court judge, a real prosecutor, a real defense attorney here on the courtroom days. So they're getting it straight from the professionals who do this for a living.
When you go to a fire, pretty much from the boots to the helmet, they're going to try it on. So you're not going to be sitting in a classroom. You're going to be interacting with each other.
My name is Thomas Oakes. I'm the fire inspector for the City of Oak Park. That's my primary duties. We are public safety, so we do police and fire. So I wear the uniform just the same as the police officers do that are on the road, but I predominantly do all the inspections of the new business and existing businesses. And I also, if there's a fire that occurs in the city, I investigate the cause and origin of the fire.
Because public safety is kind of unique. So when they hear, police, fire, EMS, they're like, well, are you in a fire truck? Do you have on a police uniform? What are you doing? Are you driving around in an ambulance? So we started our day every day pretty much in the gear that you see me dressed in. I'm dressed as most people identify this as, police attire. And we carry a big duffel bag in the trunk of our vehicle. And inside that duffel bag, we have all of our firefighting equipment. We have the bunker pants, the bunker coat, the helmet, the gloves, the Nomex hood. We have what we call self-contained breathing apparatus, and that's it looks like a gas mask.
This is a real house fire, and it looked like an orange light about this big. The smoke is so thick and black. Everything I just put on, you need to do this in under 2 minutes.
It has a big, cylinder tank that you, like a backpack type get up, which you would don and put that on if you had to go on a smoke-filled environment. Also inside the trunk of our vehicles, we carry all of our EMS and first aid equipment, to include, automatic defibrillators. We respond on every medical run. So if you call 911 and you say, hey, I'm not feeling bad, I'm not feeling well, I'm having, chest pains, then actually a public safety officer would arrive at your home. We would also call an ambulance, though. We contract with a company called Alliance, and they do our transports. But we would go in and start administering first aid, immediately. So if it was an unfortunate situation where you were experiencing some type of heart difficulties or were having a heart attack and needed that type of cardiac care, then we have an automatic defibrillator there.
Tear open package and remove pads. Remove pads. Peel one pad from plastic wire.
That we could actually hook up to you, would assess you, deliver shocks, and if we had to do CPR, we could do that as well.
So this is my first day with the Citizens Academy, and it's been a great learning experience so far. We've gotten to see some of the day-to-day operations of the public safety officers and some of the things that they have to deal with on the job.
Well, we started the Citizens Academy last year. We ran it at the end of the summer. We just felt we have a really good relationship between our department and our citizenry, and they've been very supportive of us. However, we wanted to reach out and bring them in a little bit closer and allow them to come behind the scenes and see why we do what we do and how we do it. So we started, we just put the word out that we were having this 4-week Citizens Academy, and we got an overwhelming response. We had to just turn so many people away. We've actually increased the amount of people that we're taking in the Spring Academy because of the outpouring for requests to be in the Academy last fall. And we run it as sort of a small-scale version of a real police academy. The cadets or the citizens come in, they wear a uniform shirt, a uniform hat, they have an ID card on a lanyard. We have some light rules. We're not doing push-ups and sit-ups and running, and we're not yelling at them. However, it is fully interactive. There is no classroom session. After the first 15 minutes they're here and we do introductions, we have them literally out on a fire truck in a police car, putting on fire gear. We have a firearms training simulator.
Call us the back.
Glad you're here, partner. Just talked to the janitor. Said there's a guy that came in with a baseball bat.
Okay.
Sounds like he's really pissed. I think I hear something down this hallway. You take point, I got rear guard, right?
All right, I got you.
That we run for 2 days now with shoot, don't shoot real-time scenarios where they will use a real gun, a real taser, a real flashlight, and interact with a life-size.
You need to talk to me.
We also have a day where we go over to the court and they learn about court procedures. And then the day that is most fun for a lot of people is the evidence tech day, the crime scene investigation CSI day. We have a CSI garage here where we process evidence. We show them how to collect fingerprints. They'll take their own fingerprints. We show them how to lift footwear impressions out of the dirt. They'll do that. And then we have a mock murder crime scene that we set up and we turn them loose on it and see what they notice, have them collect the evidence, package it, and do all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, public safety, we're on patrol, so we're police trained. We answer all our police calls. We're also fire trained, and we respond to your home as firemen. And we're also first responders, so when you call 911 and you get an operator, we're also dispatched there also to the home.
Last year we started the Citizens Academy basically as an outreach for the citizens of the city to actually come here and see what we do on a day-to-day basis as far as the different avenues, as far as whether it's firefighting, police, the detective bureau, evidence tech stuff. Just basically, you know, to let the citizens of the city know more about what we do.
It's also been a great experience and a great way to meet and get to know some of the residents of the city.
One thing I like about this event that's taking place with the Citizens Academy is it's a good learning experience. It's something that I didn't know actually happened, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot from the experience.
My name is Steve Cooper. I'm the Director of Public Safety for the City of Oak Park, and you are here with the Oak Park Citizens Academy. This is my 26th year with the department. And like I said, as far as the Citizens Academy, I know a lot of people have been requesting or asking about, you know, what actually goes on in the Oak Park Citizens Academy. And one of the things that we like to explain to them is that the Citizens Academy is, we're not trying to train our residents to actually be, you know, public safety officers, but we want to give them a more in-depth look behind the scene to let them know that the public safety officers handle the police functions, we handle the fire functions, and we're also medical first responders all wrapped up in one. Basically, you have 3 jobs that you're doing for the community, and we've been doing this since actually 1954.
What I like about the Citizens Academy is the information that it gives. It's really enlightening me on a lot of the things that the police officers have to do. So I'm learning a great deal from this experience.
So you get that back for him.
My name is Sergeant Walt Duncan, and this is the Citizens Academy.
I learned so much about different things today, you know, and this is the end of it. We've been here for 4 weeks in Academy. And by me coming up here a lot of times when I'm in town doing different things, and I learn more by going through the Academy, and I learned in the 35 years that I've been in Oak Park. You know, it's really amazing. I wish everyone in Oak Park, the citizens, could see what the officers, fire department have to go through with. Because it's really, you know, you talk about the firemen, you talk about the policemen, but you really don't understand what they go through with when it's time to solve a crime. And it's terrible, and I just wish all the citizens could take a part in this. And I know it's, you know, everybody can't go through academy, but it's a really something to see.
Not only do so-called, you know, experts not understand what we do and how we do it, but I don't think our citizens do either. And it was important to me that they understand. So especially with the firearms training simulator, but also just with our everyday.
But then when he told us, when I heard the shot, I came out, I lifted her head up to see if she was all right. I saw that giant hole, put her head back down. He's standing toe-to-toe with her. When we got there, blood was pouring out of her head and splashing. It was surely splashing when he was there. They just splashed up on her, okay?
Day functions and our equipment and what we do, it's very important that people have the knowledge to know. And what's very interesting is at the end of the last academy, every single one of them came up to me and said, from now on, when I hear about a police officer shoots an unarmed suspect or anything like that, they know to dig a little deeper into the story and not just listen to what they hear, but to find out all the facts, because they've been through it now with our scenarios and our training. Just a little bit we give them, they understand better. And that's really important, that our citizens understand how we do our job. I think they respect us more.
You got to operate under a little bit of caution. So, you know, he reaches behind his back after threatening you like that and acting like he is doing and pulls out his wallet. We can always kind of say, oh, man, I know you're pulling your wallet out, so excuse me a little bit here.
It's really the place to live in Oak Park.
My name is Tom Oakes. I'm the fire inspector for the City of Oak Park, and this is the Citizens Academy.
And this is the Citizens Academy.
Yes, pretty much what we're showing them, they're the officers while they're here. So we're showing them our job, but they're going to try on our equipment. They're going to see how heavy our equipment is. They also, our fire equipment, to see how when you go to a fire, pretty much from the boots to the helmet, they're going to try it on. So you're not going to be sitting in a classroom. You're going to be interacting with each other.
We've had a wonderful 4 weeks and learning what exactly our public safety department does. And it's been an eye-opening experience. It's about the only way to put it. Of course, our public safety department, they're not only the police, but they're also fire and they're medical. And that means that every public safety officer is not only a police officer, they're a trained firefighter and a medical first responder. And that's very different than most places. I mean, even the women on the force, the female officers, can put on a 60-pound firefighting suit, an ear pack, and climb up ladders. So, I mean, they're just absolutely amazing.
They do a good job. They're very well knowledged in what they know, what they do, and I believe that they're very well trained.
Then the other part of our job is to fire. So again, you get a fire department, they got to get dressed out, blah, blah, blah. Well, we already got cars on the road. So we're able to get there and we're able to knock down fires quick, even with our fire extinguisher, therefore saving lives, saving property.
But in the same sense, what came out? A handgun, right? And once you pointed it, that's when you started firing. So you gotta make that millisecond decision. And that's kind of what we want to bring out in the Citizens Academy, is that we literally have less than seconds to make this life or death decisions in this this profession. It's difficult.
as far as our Citizens Academy, one of the benefits that we're definitely hope to receive from our Citizens Academy is the fact that by giving our residents a behind-the-scene look at what we actually do as it relates to our police, fire, and EMS functions, it'll give them a lot more, hopefully they'll have a lot more respect for the profession, and we can develop a more intimate relationship. You don't have to look far, but you can just look around the country at some of the negative publicity that different public safety agencies have received. Some justly, and a lot maybe not so much. And a lot of it, I believe, is because the relationships are not there. And with the Academy, we definitely are trying, and we hope to further build that relationship.
With public safety, I always tell people, whether you're having a medical emergency like a heart attack, your house is on fire, or you're getting robbed, you're going to get us. You're going to get the same guy. We show up in a police car initially, and then we also show up in the fire truck. People always wonder, my house is on fire, I didn't call the police. Well, we are both. We have 2 guys that are assigned to the station that will pull the fire trucks. So actually that benefits the citizens as far as response time, because I've put out numerous fires with the fire extinguisher that we have in the cars. Whether if it was a regular police department, you'd have to wait for the fire department to show up.
Even before I came here, I always heard good things about the city of Oak Park. And I came from the Department of Corrections, so Oak Park was one of the few departments I was willing to try to get into. And they take care of us. The community loves us. And it's been consistently like in the 90s since I got here, as far as approval rating. Everywhere I go, citizens, we love y'all, blah, blah, blah. They always bring us stuff. And you know what? It feels good.
Well, let me tell you, at the end of this first night, every single one of these people will be like, okay, we just did a light version of what you guys do for 12 hours every day. We just did it for 2 hours. They're exhausted. They're tired. I mean, granted, they're not trained like we are and conditioned like we are, but they really get a sense of how difficult this job is. And it's not what you see on TV. It's not an episode of Cops. It's not all cool gun battles and police chases and glamour. It's a grind, and it's a physical and mental endurance race.
My name is Curtis Floyd. I live in Geneva, in Oak Park here. I'm here learning how to function as a public servant. This is all hands-on, and I'm really excited about what they're teaching us, and the fact that this program is not just for for the kids. It's for everybody, and I'm enjoying it. I'm learning a lot. I'm meeting a lot of the officers here, and it's a good thing. This is a good thing.
The Citizens Academy is a great thing. It's the best thing the city could do. We learn how our public safety officers work every day, not only as firefighters, but as police officers. We learned how they do the booking. We learned all about the weapons that they use, the equipment that they use, and it's been a very informative, very well-placed program. I really enjoyed it.
My name is Catherine, and I've been living in Oak Park for, let's say, over 20 years now. Have always loved it, living in Oak Park. I've seen the community change over the past 20 years, but it's been good changes that I've seen. I decided to come to the Oak Park Academy when I came to the city for a meeting. I was introduced to it. It sounded interesting, and I will say that I have enjoyed my experience learning what the police and the fire department do. Of course, I had an idea what they do, but to do a little bit of the hands-on of what they do on a day-to-day basis was really, really interesting, very informative. Also, I think this program helped to improve the communication between the police department and the citizens of Oak Park. I have nothing but good things to say to my neighbors and other people that I meet as I walk around.
We do a tremendous amount of outreach in the public.
I don't think people quite realize what goes into this job.
The big thing about public safety, a lot of people see is,
At least with public safety, and maybe this is not the right thing to say or not, but
it's hard to grasp or wrap your arms around it, but once you do it for a while, it becomes second nature.
The Citizens Academy is a great experience that I'm having.
And it's just a lot they have to do. And when you talk about public safety, this is the best public safety. I travel all over the world, and this is the better public safety I ever seen during my times of travel, because they take care of business. And a lot of people that don't realize what Oak Park Public Safety do. And you need to just get a little experience about what they do. If they have academy going on with the block club, you should even try to join and come in and see. It's amazing.
We just came back from riding around on the fire truck, and we learned exactly what they go through, what the procedures are. A couple weeks ago, we learned how the outfits work, the firefighting outfits, and how they have, with 1,500 degrees, how they have to put them on in only 2 minutes and take them off, which was amazing. Last week we walked outside and there was what appeared to be a dead body laying on the ground. It was really a mannequin. It had blood. There were blood marks. There were trails around us, and we had to figure out what happened.
Actually, it's so many different things that they teach you and how they perform the jobs. And the good thing about it is that they do it so proficiently. And the fact that they are trying to get us to understand that that's not a game. This is business, and they enjoy what they're doing. And I'm really excited seeing them do their thing.
I like the evidence tech. I'm big on those crime scene shows and that. So to see how they collect the evidence, how it's processed, how we did our fingerprints and stuff, that was very informative.
What's great about public safety, and Oak Park is either one of the oldest, or if not the oldest, public safety department in the country. We've always been public safety since the city was founded. And what public safety is you've got officers who are cross-trained in being a police officer, a firefighter, and a medical first responder. Most departments have separate fire departments and separate police departments.
Well, as you know, we are a public safety city, and in a lot of ways we created and have further developed the public safety model, which means that our officers are police trained, they are fire trained, and they are EMS trained. And they are some of the most talented individuals in the entire state of Michigan, and I always pride ourselves on saying that if nothing else, we have the best public safety department there is.
Now, kind of back to the firefight function, we drive around in the patrol cars and we pretty much respond to runs, calls for service. If there's an alarm or if there's some type of domestic trouble, the officers, we would respond in our patrol vehicles. Also, if we had a fire, we would respond. So if they call and said, hey, my garage is on fire at 123 Brown Street, all the available personnel would go directly to the scene, and then we would get dressed actually right on the street. So you pop the trunk, you take off your your gun belt, some of your police equipment, and you put on the firefighting equipment.
We also do what's called a Citizens Academy. We have now just recently graduated our second class of Academy graduates, and it is a venue for our residents to come in and participate directly with our public safety department in terms of what are they seeing in the field, what are some of the tactics that we use to defray crime, and what are some of the other things that they may encounter while they're on their shift. And we go through a whole series of trainings and interactions and things, and as a result of that, and I think you could, if you asked each of the two classes of graduates, they would probably all say that not only have they gained a tremendous amount of respect for what our officers do every day, but they also have learned a tremendous amount about what it takes to go out here and do a very, very difficult job like they do.
I don't need to get these wet with water, but if I do, I have these little blue tubes of sterile water that we carry that you twist off. It's a one-shot deal. I would wet this and then rub it on the dry blood like this.
And the way it works here is we have 2 officers in the station at all times. They're what's called a standby officer. If a fire happens, they jump in the fire trucks and drive to the fire. The rest of us who are on the road in road patrol as police officers in a police car, our fire gear's in the trunk of our cars. We drive to the fire scene, jump out, literally in the street, take our gun belt off, our shirt off, throw them in the car, lock the car up. We take our fire gear out of the trunk, we put our fire gear on. We have a SCBA, which is the breathing bottle and the mask. We put that on. More oftentimes than not, you have 2 or 3 officers who are fully suited up, on air, ready to fight that fire before the fire trucks even get there. Our response time is amazing. You don't have a bunch of guys who are sleeping or hanging out that jump down the poles, put their stuff up, and all have to ride in the fire truck together. And then as soon as the fire is done, the 2 officers who drove the fire trucks bring them back here, put them back together. If I'm on road patrol, I go back to my police car, I take all my gear off, shove it in my fire bag, put it in the trunk of my car, put my uniform back on, I'm back in the car as a police officer. So the city gets to double dip, 1 employee doing 3 things, because we also respond to medicals. So we're quite busy, but there's no idle time sitting around. And the benefit to us is we make a little bit more than a regular police officer or firefighter does. So it's really a win-win for the city and for us. And I have to admit, the firefighting stuff is like the coolest stuff we do. It's really fun. So
this gives you up close, behind the scenes view of what our public safety officers do every day. And you get such a remarkable appreciation for all of the many skills that they have to have in order to do their job so well. Also, that they care enough to take their free time and work with us and show us how to use all the equipment. We just got a chance to shoot the fire hose, drive around in the fire truck, and raise the ladder, and do all the kind of things you dream of when you're a little kid. So it's been lots of fun and very informative, and a wonderful experience, and I'd recommend it to anyone who lives in the city.
I just think this is the best thing that the city could do. I just hope that a lot of other people could get in on this and do it. It's been the best 4 weeks that I have had and most fun in a long time.
Right now it's for our citizens of City of Oak Park, and some of the perks what they have is they're going to be able to see our equipment as far as our patrol vehicles. They're going to be able to see the computers in our cars, our AEDs, our radars, our computer. We explain to them how to use the computer and what we use the computer for.
Well, I don't know. I think that the fact that they're going out to do this type of training for the citizens, and the citizens are, they're being part of the training. They want to be a part of it, and that's what's exciting to me. I enjoy it.
So overall, it's just really been an eye-opener. It's really absolutely amazing when you learn what is involved and how much these men and women do for us.
It's setting a standard for what other departments can do in their own communities in terms of outreach.
I could be right around the corner. You never know. I'm not always coming from the station like a regular fire department would be.
Some cities have a separate fire department and a separate police department. Oak Park long ago was the first city in the country to combine those into a public safety department, which means that our officers are trained in policing, they're trained in being firemen, and they're also trained, if something is wrong with you, they are the first responders, emergency responders on the site. People who I've talked to have raved about our officers. They come and help you in your most vulnerable times. And I get letter upon letter from grateful residents who are so thrilled with the respectful treatment that they've got.
We're police, we're fire, and we're medical first responders.
My name is Tom Oakes. I'm the fire inspector for the City of Oak Park, and this is the Citizens Academy.
We keep 2 officers inside. Those 2 officers stay at the station, and what they do is they process prisoners. They also take lobby reports, and they do other station duties. And they would respond to the fire scene with the fire trucks. And you go right into your firefighting functions at that point.
The way public safety works is, I went to the police academy, I went to the fire academy, I went to medical first responder school. I do all 3.